performances over the first weekend. We saw Cronulla impressive. The young Panthers were great. The Dogs early today look like they're on the improvement. Both these teams need to show the signs to their supporters and members that 2023 is going to be better than last year.
Yeah, look at these Broncos. A lot of familiar faces there. Payne Haas was out nice and early. And this man, Reece Walsh, comes to the Warriors, and a lot expected. They're big recruit of the summer.
Yeah, the gain and obviously the loss of Tamale Martin too. So I think the Broncos need a little bit of spark. They've got that combination through the spine, obviously. Adam Reynolds dictating terms there. Edward Mann looked like he joined a good combination with Reynolds, but Reece Walsh, he's shown at different stages that he has the ability to break open the game with one play, so he's going to be an important guy.
Plenty of questions for the Titans. Who's going to be the halfback that will join Kieran Ford? And Ford not playing tonight. You've got Toby Sexton, you've got Tanner Boy, who is the incumbent. Who's going to play fullback? Jaden Campbell in that slot tonight. But AJ Brooks to consider as well. He's got to fit in there somewhere. So here we go. It's the Gold Coast Titans and the Brisbane Broncos from the Sunshine Coast. A very familiar NRL venue these days, and it's Jamin Jolliffe first to hit it up here. Down the middle they go. Joe Stimson. He's one of the new buys here. That's a good run from him, although he's put down pretty heavily. 3 pretty unhappy years at the Bulldogs. He had a pretty ordinary shoulder injury and never really got the whips cracking, but he's here, a fresh start, only 27 years of age. Aaron Clark. I know our co-commentator Gordy Tallis expects big things from him this year in the 13th position. John with another run. Stimson again getting his hands on a pretty impressive set there as he makes it up to the 40-metre line. Stimson and there's Boyd putting it up. And that's a pretty well-played kick. Jordan Pereira. Class him as a veteran these days, 29 years of age, 2nd year here in the Broncos. There's a pretty impressive side. Look at that, Stags, Farnworth. You've got Ezra Mann, who finished the season as Brisbane's number 6, and then there was a late exit. Gordy will tell us more about that in a moment. No Tom Fleckler. Corey Pake's interesting. He gets the number 9 spot tonight ahead of Billy Walters, who we'll see come off the bench. Here's a sprightly run from Reece Walsh. And now there's Pakes. This is what he can do. He gets up over halfway. And this is Jack Ahern. He's a Q Cup veteran. And he normally plays fullback, but he gets the number 7. The famous Broncos number 7 tonight. 29 years of age. North Devils premiership player from last year. And a penalty for the Titans.
It's the first opportunity we're going to see for the Titans with some good possession. We talk about that spine. Toby Sexton was earmarked as the future of the Titans to start the year. Got a good chunk of performances, but we all know what happened in their season. Then Tanner Boyd, last 5 games at halfback, won 3 of those games, so he seems to have that front-running position to join the new recruit Kieran Foran this year.
It's Haas versus Haas. Younger brother Cleese Haas playing for the Titans. And look out for loafing Anakan Pereira if he gets in the clear. He is a flyer. He's wearing the number 2 for the Gold Coast Titans. And it's Sam McIntyre forced into the dummy half role tonight. A role he actually played in the last game of the season for the Gold Coast. Chris Randall injured in training. Good ball movement, and the ball sits up nicely to Sami. And he always shakes off Katoni Stags. And that's the 10-metre line in front of him. So out it comes down for Sexton. Getting it going for Stimson. Aaron Clark down the middle on tackle number 4. Number 15, Logan Bayless-Brown involved in the tackle for the Broncos. Jolliffe, plenty of early touches as well as Stimson, and he's won one there. Shalom or 4 with a tackle there. That will make the highlight reel, and they get themselves a line dropout. Well, we thought this might be a step up from other games, Cooper Cronk, and the signs are really good, nice and early.
Yeah, look at this shot. Bang. Good contact in there to Stimson, but then the second play then, better screen, just good left shoulder contact on Joe Stimson. But then it was a nice play, so slow play the ball, 5th tackle. I think it was Tanner Boyd, got Toby Sexton, goes down that short left-hand side, and got a nice 3-feet set, so they didn't get run up by the good defence for the Broncos.
Okay, the attacking dropout to start.
Oh,
no one near it for the Titans. Well, yeah, you never see that for a Titans fan in a club game. That was pretty ordinary stuff for them, but that's a win for the Broncos.
There was no one in Kiwi of that, Dan. The ball goes up, and Ahern just goes for the ball. He could have caught it himself, but tapped it back, but bad signs from the Titans.
Now that we've got a moment to settle in, we can bring in Gordon Tallis on the sideline. Hello, Gordon.
G'day, Dan. G'day, Cooper. Great conditions here for rugby league. There's a strong breeze behind the Titans back. And then, as you mentioned, there's a couple of changes. Tommy Flegler got a HIA training, so Bayless Brow. I was in with him, and Chris Randall at Ernie's and Sam McIntyre.
That's it. Thank you, Gordon. So, we've got, he's an attacking kick, which works out pretty well. Pereira comes down with it. I'll get the start again, so now the Broncos get their first opportunity. And it's man, just happened to feed it on here. Corey Jensen has put on his back. Second year here at the Broncos. And now Hakes sends it long. Ahern keeps it going. Ross, 3-2.
Oh!
Welcome back to Brisbane Race.
Yeah! Woo!
That's what they want to see lots of in 2023.
The Titans only have themselves to blame to be in this position. It was sparked by Reece Walsh. But the play leading into this position, field position, have a look at this. Ball goes up, repeat set. The first 5 minutes of the contest, no one wants to go near the ball. The Broncos get it back. They put up an attacking kick. Campbell can't deal with it. And the Broncos pounce. And they shift the ball from the left side out to the right. And just have a look at this replay and the spark of acceleration from Reece Walsh. Gets on the outside of Sexton and gets the ball down. Now 2 tries and 13 try assists for the Warriors last year. His first touch here tonight. He looks like he's in for a good start for the Broncos.
They've been working very hard, just reading some of the press, on his defence and communication. Darius Boyd has been spending a lot of time with him, but geez, his attack looks as sharp as ever.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's ever doubted that. You know, the fact that he can just hit the gas and drop it back in here, beat people on the outside. But I think that's a good move from Kevin Walters to get Darius Boyd to mentor Reece Walsh, because you talk about fullbacks organising the defence, along with Billy Slater. Darius Boyd was one of the best. Started it, had that extra defender in the line, and Reece Walsh can put some footy IQ around his natural skills.
Speaking of reports over summer and revelations, Tony Staggs, he didn't have a great year, and I'll tell you what, we got an explanation why. He basically ruined his shoulder during the origin period, played through it, and at the end of the season had a reconstruction. He's got some toughness about him, Tony.
You see the shoulder straightness right now. It's a brace over both shoulders for the off-season surgery.
Still a toughish assignment here, with a little bit of a breeze to contend with. And smart kick underneath the breeze. And there you go, just described beautifully by Kevin Walters there, with his hand movement. As we watch another replay here of Reece Walsh getting Sami to back and dragging Sexton all the way to the line. Reece Walsh, 38 NRL games, 11 tries. Doesn't sound like many, but he's set plenty up, that's for sure. In his time at the Warriors, and he signed on until 2025. Good crowd. We've seen a lot of that over the weekend. Broncos. Of course, we know what happened to them last year. They lost 5 of their last 6. Finished 9th. It was certainly an improvement. They seem to be going in the right direction, despite that collapse at the end of the year. Bayless Brown. It's a run from Jensen, who's supposed to work with David Fafita involved in that tackle, along with Sam McIntyre. Oh, there you go, the forward call. This was a little surprised by that. That's going to be a strong feed in hitting position now for the Titans.
We're talking about having some star players on show tonight. Obviously, Payne Haas there, but the other side, David Fafita. This is the type of game you'd love to see what the pre-season's done for Fafita. A lot of talk around His consistency at different stages last year, but this guy is a wrecking ball. On the right-hand side of the play, the ball can Kieran Ford be that half that unlocks David Fafita. Well, let's see if he's in a good mood here with first opportunity to try and take the Broncos.
His future still undecided as they work it to the left. Beautiful ball movement. Here's Pereira sliding infield. High-scoring weapon for the Burleigh Bears. A little bobble from Cleese Haas. Different body type to brother Hay. 10-metre line there. Clark at first receiver. Boyd. He'll get going. Campbell, the cut-out ball. And now it's Jojo Mahuta coming back in field. And the high tackle there. Getting the Titans another set.
Johnny Campbell with a couple of nice touches early on. One down the left-hand side of the scrum and then this. Good defence from the Brisbane Broncos though. They were under pressure 3-on-2. Reece Walsh came across. Pereira held his head on the swivel and made the right decision. But Johnny Campbell has nice touches in that set.
It's Aaron Shaw, the former Bulldog who taps the ball with number 3, Jamin Jolliffe. Been here a little while now. The Titans, his 4th year, as they set up shop inside the Broncos 10. Back inside, it comes back here to Fafita. He's driven backwards. I was going to say, was that Ezra Mann? It sure was. Well, if it wasn't a knock-on from a herd, it was a knock-on there. So, once again.
And they went one-on-one, close to line with Fafita and Mann, and have a look at this. Man, smaller body, puts his head in the right spot, hit with everything shoulder under the rib cage, picked up a much bigger man and put him back.
And a lesson, a serious lesson. As long as you've got technique, you can tackle anyone.
That's the type of tackle I would have got out of the road on there, because David Fafita close to line has this natural ability just to shrug off defenders and score tries.
So he's Campbell with the left foot step. Makes sure that making the tackle. A little bit of ball in the Titans club. Most of last year was at number 9. They decided, old Brook and Co, that he's not so creative, but he is a workhorse. So number 13, Sexton's ball. It's a fine bounce for Carl Pereira, but no way past Dean Mariner. Here from Jolliffe. 5th. Again, they're inside the 10, the Titans. Clark, first receiver. Stimson almost pokes his nose through. Put him down. He's pretty strong, Joe Stimson. He's done his squats over summer, and they'll have one tackle once this restarts on the 10. Ball here towards the Pereira side. Oh, put down. That was a pretty easy one. Looked like Mariner who dropped it. Now Sami off a fresh set. And Brisbane here, they went tested in defence as Stimson with footwork this time. Jesus, awesome. Stimson a good as he got past the Hawthorn. Tight did for Clark, and now it's Jolliffe once again with the set-up play. At the back, old-fashioned stuff there. There's Fafita, keeps it going. Shots passed off there by Pereira, and they'll go again. Just the patience at the moment. 12 gone, and most of the ball has been at this southern end.
Penalties, repeat sets, drop balls from the Brisbane Broncos. The Titans have had a lot of possession here in the last 5 minutes, and they seem to be a little bit clunky at different stages, the Titans, but I think it's more to do with the Broncos' energy in defence. They're fast moving, they get off the line, and they're not passive. They're definitely coming in, making good contact, and their outside edges are being aggressive and coming up in front of their defenders. So let's see if the Titans can jump on this possession. 14 tackles to do, to 2 at 20 metres up.
Shot. the 2-2. It's Farnworth first. Leading man, Farnworth drags him over the sideline. Big victory for the Broncos.
Outstanding there from the Brisbane Broncos. Multiple tackles, sets of 6 back to back. Herbie Farnworth, who missed a lot of footy last year, holds up shot, just the physicality. Look, they come from everywhere. That's a good job. That's a good sign for all the Brisbane Broncos fans out there that they have resilience, they're fit, they defend their line for a long period. Now, no, it's only 14, 15 minutes in this contest, but great defensive result there from the Broncos.
Well, his season ended midway through. He had a bicep injury. He came back for the World Cup. It was great for England. But a welcome return. They can have him and Staggs on other sides of the field. But full throttle, that's great for the Broncos.
12 games last year, 10 tries. Look, he was electric down the left side, so it's good having to go to both centres with Staggs on the right and Farnworth on the left.
He's calling Jensen. Very vocal Titans fan in the grandstand here. And Reece Walsh. Liking that foot kick. Offensive distance. Jojo Fafita. He played 5 games in his in fact 8 games in his first year, draws a penalty. Now there's a sight, Marty Tapau in Broncos colours. Very late signing too, only signed a couple of weeks ago. He didn't make the late high shot, that was Jack O'Hearn, but could be a really good buy for Brisbane.
Yeah, good pick up, another power forward to go through the middle, third rotation. And just going back to the Walsh kick which you picked up on, Dan, that could be a good fall for Adam Reynolds. A right side footer on the right side to play the ball, Reece Walsh on the left, so that could be a good tandem on the 5th play. Just multiple options for the Broncos on last tackle options.
So Titans back over halfway. A couple of their big signings not here. Here's Fafita. He's brought down. The big ones are Ford and Verrills, filling up a couple of areas that needed addressing. Also, Big Tino's not here, no Followake, both Furmore, AJ Brimson. So there's a sprinkling of talent here for the Titans, but clearly not their best team as they work it on with Campbell getting into Sami. Oh, that's a strong tackle. That was Katoni Staggs dropping Sami like a stone. Here's Joel. One tackle lifted. It's going to be Tanner Boyd to put Wood to ball. Looking for the contest. Oh, Fafita! Out muscles Pereira. And young Jojo Fafita gets the Titans their first try.
Outstanding athleticism there from Fafita, but an even better kick from Tanner Boyd. You kick the ball in your winger, you want to put the ball in the best possible spot for your attacking player to grab it. Have a look at this. Tanner Boyd back shoulder. It just gives Fafita a high jump of the ball, but he came down with that. He had a bit to do, but great kick from Tanner Boyd. Even better come down catch with Fafita.
That was a great take there. I know that you want to see Cam Pereira. I mean, the open spaces, but apparently Fafita's the fastest guy in the club. He's a national champion, over 100 metres, so he's a real flyer. And just on David Fafita, you know, that schoolboy run where he just wants to get it. One off the ruck, it doesn't work anymore. They've worked that day. He's got to get a combination with his 9, 7, 1 and 6.
Yeah, that's why the Verrills and foreign guys are so crucial, that they stay on the field.
Yeah, I think Kieran Ford, part of the reason to go to the Titans would be the fact that David Fafita's there. Like, you can make a career out of playing the back rollers like that, because the threat that they pose is going to open up space for either Brimson or even Campbell at the back. And the other part to it too is they leak points at a lot of times for long patches in quick succession. The Titans, I think Kieran Ford will do that to Sam Verrills.
Makes it 6 points apiece. Now, Gordy, I know you signed David Fafita a couple of years ago. I mean, you won't admit it, but it was your phone call today that, you know, we think got him over the line. I mean, if you could, as an ambassador for the Titans, have you chimed in to
Yeah, Dan, well, obviously went over to the World Cup, so missed a fair bit of pre-season, but perhaps I did pop down. So through the year, I've never made an appearance at Titans and I think we can unlock that.
Hang on, you and Mal lead the tag team. So
they're very similar players, mate. Just normally get them the ball, but I think Kieran Foran, just getting so experienced in one competition and just to unlock something, and they just need to change an angle and get us one on one because we all know what that is.
yeah, indeed. Not a bad game this at all. Stinson, powerful run. He's had 8 runs. There's Tino in the foreground. AJ Brisbane. There's Mafida. She's been well handled by this Brisbane defence. Clark. Over 60. Cleese 20 years of age. Did crack the first grade side at the end of last year. A couple of games as now Clark down the middle. And they think that's a high tackle, particularly Clark. No action taken. Not that be error. A little bit of side eye for a referee. And that one is pretty straightforward. Try and pin Walsham in the corner and heading in. 6 points apiece. Chiming in the day half, and now Farnwood is down the middle. Terrific run in defence not that long ago. Strong run there. This is the shot the Titans thought it should have resulted in a penalty, but we continue. Pace. Hearn. Effective set for the Broncos. We've only had this their 7th set. The Titans have had 12 of them, and that needs to set. Oh, it sits up enough. It sits up enough. Good result. Campbell no problem getting into the field of play. He's Aaron Shot. He played 32 games in his 2 years at Canterbury. Had 2 more years to run on his contract and made the move in November. The Canterbury fans will be buying their grand final tickets today. There are well encouraging signs down there.
You're one of them, Dan.
Their first game is at Belmore. Their first home game, I think it's in round 3. That will be, it's against the Tigers. They will fill that joint. That will be standing room only. And there's a penalty here for the Broncos. Titans called offside. And that'll make it 4 penalties to nil in favour of the Broncos.
This is the part where I think Kieran Foran will come and help the Titans, because different stages last year, the Titans didn't manage situations. They got behind, they got in front, they got points. They just didn't have that experience headed to sort of drag them back into what most of them. So Kieran Foran, no doubt, might have the opportunity to open up Dave Fida. I think he'll be a calming influence on the whole Titans team.
Here's the power. And there's a penalty. Just tells Aaron, sit back, don't be silly.
I think when you had Aaron, then comes the rest of the team down.
Gordy, you like the Marty Tapau signing, don't you, for the Broncos? We'll get your thoughts in a moment here. We'll just concentrate on this. As Brisbane here for their 2nd try. They've only had 4 tackles before that one inside Titans territory. Now Bruce Walsh working on the left, giving it to a Hearn. Pereira, too much work to do, so just happy to take the tackle, but that's only the 2nd. Tapau loves an offload. He's happy to take the tackle here. Here's Brendan Fry in the 12. Jack Hearn. Trying to squeeze through to Cora, the number 17. Back from Pace. Man backing back. And Lillian almost activating a little kick here. And it's the result thanks to a wonderful chase.
Well,
And another dropout coming, but the first one going the way of the Broncos.
Corey Banks came out to his left-hand side, made a bit clunky, went back to the right-hand side. Ezra Mann, full tackle, summed up, didn't see anything on the outside to his right, put in a nice delicate kick, and Jay Campbell thought for a second was going to get out, but the coverage came across.
So, the next short kick, not quite as effective as the Broncos one. Stags underarms an audacious offload. Awful. Gets it on. Now, this is Ben Takura. Man on the left. There was one from Pates at dummy half, which was perhaps a little harshly called. Not that one. That's clearly a forward pass.
Reece Walsh gave Ezra Mann a bit of a spray after this. Sizes it up. Brandon Fry, 12, gets in front of his ball playing 5'8". Then look at Reece Walsh, said, play at the back. He played nice and straight, created the space, to avoid full body in front of the back row means that Reece Walsh had the 3-on-2. But I reckon next time that Ezra Mann goes down that left-hand side with his back row, he's going to be playing at the back to Reece Walsh.
As we pack this scrum, I asked you before, Morley, and there's DePau, the left side of the scrum for Brisbane. Why do you think I heard him on a podcast this week saying he's exactly the type of player they need at the moment?
Well, look, it's the toughest position on the field. They've got a couple of young boys with Payne Hassan, Flegler and the like. But having someone like DePau that's been in the job for a long, long time, it just adds some more stability. And front rowers, they just get better at their craft. And look at Wayne Bennett at the Dolphins. He just wanted some old pros up the front because they get the job done every week. And I think Marty DePau's one of those guys.
And he does provide second phase play, doesn't he, Coop?
It's a physical thing too. He loves the right-hand fan, right foot across the field, gets really late in offload. So interesting to see the role that he plays with that impact player of interchange, because he doesn't often play long minutes, but he's got Payne Hassan.
Dan and can plus he can deadlift over 300 kilos. Love it.
He's very proud of that too, Gordon.
Yes, I was a big
Number 16 here, Joe Bavuna for the Titans. McIntyre remains a dummy half. Boyd runs to the line. Sexton to Cleese Haas. 25 minutes gone now. So it goes through the hands. Clark, sharp footwork as he makes it to the 10-metre line. The 15 for the Titans, by the way, Isaac Fa'asua-Ma'alala, the younger brother of Tino, who is now on the field. Oh boy, beautiful work as he just did to Cora in cold. Ahern there. Titans close. Oh, the dab from Sexton was too subtle. It was too cute. And Staggs not only takes it, but draws a penalty.
I like that from Tanner Boyd. Showed to the right-hand side. Gave the indication he's going to play at the back. A big right foot step, another one, found some lazy defenders back through the middle. I just thought Titans had to jump on the back of this. I know it was fit tackle. Toby Sexton got it wrapped around the other side, but the ball took a jump on the grubber kick and landed in Staggs' hands. But nice play there from the halfback.
Off we go. Dean Mariner, he was the subject of a tug of war. The Dolphins wanted him. His man had been asked for a release. Broncos said no. That was in October, and here he is back at the Broncos. Throwing the tackle there. Shalom Awful is moving back. He was wonderful last week. He's moving back on him another crack here. Now this is Billy Walters. Mostly a starter last year. Corey Pace never started a game last year, but he was given the number 9 tonight. Mr. Powell up to the 40. Nice catch and pass. Lovely speedy work there from Staggs. Times from him are good. Oh, that was an intercept try gone begging. There we could have seen a Lofiana in the clear. Oh boy, that is just a try A try blown.
I don't think anyone would have got near him, but look at this. Billy Walters saw that the markers were out of play, went to run, and then just telegraphed the pass. Young man. A lot of wraps around his speed, but he had that in his breadbasket and dropped a goal.
And to that insult and injury, the field position it remains terrific for Brisbane. So not only a butchered try, but and never losing those ones, but look where they are now, the Broncos. Brendan Fry. Walsh going half to Howe. Oh, touch underneath. I don't think you see him. A barge over. And that's going to get a look here. Ben Sakura has at least earned a replay.
Just good for him, the ball never gets the ground and there's always a hand underneath it.
Yeah, it looks like he's held on to it all the way, so worst case for Brisbane you would think would be a play the ball.
The reason why teams like to do this is often the fullback is in and around the play ball close to the line. There's Jaden Campbell. He'll be the difference here. If he holds that ball up.
Just checking to see whether the ball is to the ground here.
And hasn't been got there.
The ball's up at the moment.
Has he held it? Has he held it?
Just to see whether possession's maintained or whether he loses the ball into Jaden Campbell.
Might have gone a bit early here. It looked like he held it the whole way, but maybe not.
That's got to be a knock on, isn't it, there?
You would think.
Though the hand comes off the ball, he's still got a grip with his forearm. His position is maintained.
How can you grip a ball with your forearm? Oh, that broke the
Morning, it's February. Let's give the bunker a chance.
Oh.
When are we back? At March 2? Is that the season? That's fire on all cylinders there. He's playing hard. It's happened so much to him tonight. He's keeping his powder dry as he plays it. Walters, a hurl, that's a lovely kick. And it's Mariner who scores. Gideon Mariner wins the race. The veteran Ahern puts it on a platter. Broncos back in front.
Yeah, Jack Ahern. Normally in pre-season games we're seeing the opportunity for some youngsters who have been introduced to the NRL level. Jack Ahern, 29-year-old German through the Host Plus Cup in Queensland. Back-to-back champions for North Devils. Fullback, halfback by trade. Big body, good skill, and look at that. Just put it on an absolute diamond. We didn't come up past the ball. Jack realised that. It's up to Campbell to get across. Great effort there. Good stuff there from Ahern.
So you said that the Queensland Cup, the fullback, captain as well, and doesn't seem too perturbed and too nervous by the situation, playing with a few stars around him. So Dean Mariner, a couple of games in the top grade last year, and he gave good record in Queensland Cup as well. Broncos playing this game tonight. I mentioned the Titans, big guns missing for Brisbane. Reynolds, that's the big one, but some other very good players as well. Kurt Capel, Selwyn Cobbo, he was there yesterday. Corey Oates, Cobbo in the Indigenous game. Jordan Ricky, they're among some of the top flight players not here tonight. Tom Flegler would have been here for that HIA. From this spot last time. Oh, he's bounced it in. He's bounced it in. He's tried to play like a three-quarter chip. There's Pat Carrigan. I had it written down here, but I can't read my own handwriting. Either was one called Pat Carrigan, looking nice and relaxed.
You see the season last year for the Brisbane Broncos. Yeah. This is the try where Ahern realised on the fifth play, nice delicate little kick. Mariner pounced on it. You think about the Broncos season last year. They finished ninth, but after 19 rounds, they're in fourth. One win of their last six, so something happened towards the back end. So they've got the ability to play high-level football for long periods of time, but the Broncos need to work out what happened in that last 6 weeks. And it should be a successful year for Brisbane.
Now, where's nothing? McIntyre. That's a fancy offload. That's one way to describe it. It gets them going. Well, that's the very definition of second touch play, because that offload came from nowhere. They got an extra, 15 metres out of it. Takura, the man who had a try at the night, had just ended up 205 centimetres. He's only 19. I hope he stopped growing, otherwise he'll go to the NBA. Now here's Walters. Now, this is vintage to power, what we've seen in this set. Pass. And on the wash. Farnworth. Slicing back in field. Fafita around the ankles. Man. Oh, that might have been dropped. Yeah, well now they might challenge it. Boyd. What's he want to do here, Tanner? He was ready to put a case to the touch judge there. By the time he was in position to, the decision had already been made. Oh, Tanner.
Yeah, no chance there, Tanner. Don't when you think about the Broncos attack, I just like the fact they can go left to Farnworth with a big left foot step back inside on the out, and on the right side they've got Tony Stagg. So when you get out the back, you can actually get one-on-one opportunity for both centres, and they can come up trumps and score tries.
And then proof you can't grip it with your forward.
Okay, let it go. Let it go. Is the last try scorer Mariner. Walters. So the effect Walters has had in the last few minutes of bringing players onto the ball as Takura says they're in the middle of everything at the moment, clutching at his jaws to be okay. Brothers, children, Jackson played in the NRL. There's Walters to Farnworth. Many defenders there, just in the nick of time. 2 tackles left here. Comes to a Ahern. Line down for Haas. Came down the edges, Walsh. Loose pass, and this time it's scooped up. Pereira can't get away from Jordan Pereira. High quality stuff in terms of the error rate. 12 from 16 Brisbane completions. Gold Coast 13 from 15. Job down the centre. Right, Job. Oh, he almost gets past Takura. Walters have had to make the tackle. Number 23, Vaka Sikahele. Campbell dealing and we saw the defenders who rushed up, couldn't expose them. The kick here might actually be pretty well weighted in the end. It is. Clifford play Ward. 23-year-old centre for the South Slogan Magpies, the Brisbane number 18. So the change is now starting to become thick and fast. Jordan Pereira gets up over the 20. Been a pretty good weekend, hasn't it, really? Week 1 of trials. The teams will be even stronger next week. We've had a nice sprinkling of familiar faces. Young kids who've shone at this stage. Brendan Fry was part of the Cowboys squad last year, but that was but then a full on the line for Quay Ward.
Just the speed of his response, the acceleration down the short side. Gets on the advantage line, just takes off in a retreating defence, sets something up. Quay Ward, I think, goes in touch before he gets his foot on the ball, as the replay shows. And the thing about young talent coming in, and the thing I like about this at this stage of the year is that we get to see what kind of work that the coaches want to see from their players, because naturally your best players will rise, but what learns or what standards do the young players bring in, that'll underpin what pre-season has been for most of these teams. So the coach there and Kevin Walters want to see their young troops doing the things that he's practiced in the pre-season.
There was a line ball pass out of Tony Huff. It used Billy Walters. Tackle made on 40. Three and coming half roll. So inside the last 5 minutes of this first half. Lloyd's kick. Again, end over end. And perfectly weighted. And there's no chance for Quay Ward to do anything with that.
Tanner Boyd's had a nice couple of kicks here. Set up a try for Fafita. Nice crossfield kick. And this one, centimetre perfect.
I suppose if you go end over end, the least challenging of the kicks, it has to be pinpoint, which in fairness that was.
Yeah, technique and the high percentage kick is the drop punt, the end over end kick, you just say. You can come up with some other ones, put the defence under a bit more pressure, but he's done well with the high percentage kicks to start this first half down here.
Yeah, so the Titans would have been ready this time for the short drop out, but no.
They're all floating to front 20 metre line and behind this time.
Fast one in the 15, followed up by Joe Vuna. Billy Walters coming off. Now, all clear space for Campbell. Now he was tricked, but was he tricked illegally? Yeah, that was all fine. It was all in the motion there from Fry. So tripped up might be the more accurate description. As Walsh, hello! Reece Walsh down the middle, then gets it on. This is Tristan Saylor. Nice little first involvement, almost going half the length of the field. As Ezra Mann now on the 20. Well, Reece Walsh hasn't put his stamp on this game so far. Hasn't been perfect, but boy, it has been electric. Logan Baylor's brow. That's a stylish Brisbane try from start to finish. But that's Pereira, my apologies, Pereira, who scores on that wing. And the Broncos open up a 16-6 lead.
Well, we marvel at some of the things that Jaden Campbell did in his 14 games last year. He lit the competition up at different stages and looked like a real spark. But this, tackle 3, potentially was checked, but risk versus reward. The ball goes down, his opposite number, quick, on the ball, gets through the backfield, almost gets away. Another famous Broncos named Saylor gets the ball and shift out to the right-hand side, and Pereira finishes it. So while we marvel at some of the things Jane Campbell's done, he really needed to get that right there because it put his team under a hell of a lot of pressure 2 minutes before half-time.
So you notice now Pereira was on the left wing, Merritt was on the right, Merritt has come into the centres. That's a dynamic offload. Now Pereira there getting the finish. I think if this was a proper NRL game, we would be discussing that trip a lot more. That seemed to be a pretty definitive penalty. Trip may be too harsh a word, but it seemed Campbell was illegal in.
Yeah, there was a great body check, wasn't it? Like the back row comes across and you got to finish off the tackle, but he got there just a little bit too late there.
I think we all agree that's a penalty. That's a penalty with the Titans, but
what a first half for his bodies at that guy. But I might try to grab him on the way off there.
all right, okay.
You're kidding. You are kidding. Ask him if he heard that call, Dallas.
That is ridiculous. Joey kicked one at Mount Smart Stadium like that. That's outrageous. No angle to work with. Oh, come on.
Of course, that kick has been that good. Come on.
That body led that way, swinging into out. Hold on here off the first tee, got a big slice.
No, they're on right hand.
So, okay, so Brendan Fry on report, so that does confirm that it was, well, there should have been a penalty. And boy, thank goodness this isn't trial, because that is a match-defining moment there, because it could have easily been 12 all, and now it's 18-6. about their performance in the first half. Now they've ended up possession. They've mostly been in defence. Huge portion of that first half. That's Corey Jensen, former Cowboy back in the game. 5cm Benny Takora. What's that? 205. That's about 60. Is a penalty. They're going to get a late chance here.
What do they call?
It's a lot taller than you and I, Dan. That's what it is.
Tyson Smoothie. We've seen him in a Melbourne jersey in the top grade. Brisbane now. Let's see, we've got a couple of plays, maybe one after this from Takora.
Should we be involved today? Sure.
So this is it. This is the last play. Sailor is watching this sort of moment. Brilliant stuff. Pereira scores. The kick was on the money, and Pereira. It looks like he's very, very close.
He's got no try. Just confirm that was no try.
I thought Ezra Mann looked like he was going to get involved with an offloader out the back down this left-hand side. Just have a look what Tristan Sailor does here. We just saw Reece Walsh kick an inside-out conversion, and I think Sailor has done exactly the same here. Right foot
onside.
inside the ball, and it bends perfectly over the top. It's just whether Pereira has got this down.
Well, he saw that Karen Pereira was in. Oh, it's a try!
We'll just check to see whether he remains in the field of play.
Come on, Ashley, to trial. Don't be a party pooper.
He's a true bench, making sure that his body remains in.
Yes, it's a wonderful try that's about to be confirmed. It's a good put down.
As you can see on the right of the screen, Jordan Pereira remains in the field. We have a decision.
It's Tristan Sailor, and he's been in the game for a couple of minutes, and by all reports was outstanding last week against Wynnum, and that comes off his return last year where he did some very good things for South Logan. So there you go. It's good to see a smile on that young man's face, Tristan Sailor. And you're locking it in that he absolutely meant.
You can see who's running across the field here to his right-hand side. This is the lead-up play. Ball comes out the back. Watch this. See how he leans back to his left-hand side. See, he checked the ball to the right, put a nice little angle on his right foot, and bend it over the top of the defensive winger. So they're absolutely meant to do that.
I'm asking the right person because I think you might have tried a kick or two like that. That was beautiful.
It's a little bit of deception, mate. You give the indication that you can kick. Oh, here he is. Let's see if this guy can do it again.
Right upright. That one's a little close. He's showing off Reece. It's his first half, but a lot to like for you Broncos fans watching. Jordan Pereira finishes with a couple of late tries. Walsh scored one as well, so did Mariner. And it's the Broncos. 4 points to 6 over the Gold Coast Titans. Now, I think we'll see a lot more of Tristan Sailor in the second half. Unlucky the Titans, 12-6. They were done in by a penalty which should have been given. But saying that, well done to the Broncos and well done to this man who's with Gordon Tallis.
Yeah, Dan, I got the man of the moment, mate. Talk me through that first half. Must be good to be back in the Broncos jersey.
Yeah, mate, it's good to be back. You know, I've been playing for a long time, and even though it's a trial game, mate, it's still a game that I've got the colours on, and I was going to be, remember this one for a long time coming back, but, you know, it's good to hit out with the boys. I felt like, you know, we came into it, you know, knowing what we wanted to do, kept laid down the law, just before we ran out, and I feel like, you know, the big boys really took charge and, you know, went through the middle there, and as you can see, the scoreboard made, you know, come on top of them at the moment, but obviously still 1.5 to go. Yeah.
Question from Cooper Cronk. Can you talk us through the first kick from the sideline? But I think the second one answered it. Mate, did you try to bend it back around, or was it a miss hit?
Mate, if Coops was down here, mate, he'd feel this wind, and I just put it right and just ran his best. So I think it was all the fluke, mate.
Cheers, mate. Welcome back to the Broncos.
Cheers, mate.
Reece Walsh, your absolute star, is kicking them for fun and was first try scorer in this South East Queensland derby as the Broncos, they lead 24-6 over the Gold Coast Titans. Now, a little earlier and further north, the Dolphins and the Cowboys, they drew 22 all in Cairns. Brent Tate caught up with the North Queensland coach.
Well, Todd, after a long hot summer, what did you think of tonight's performance?
Yeah, quite clunky, close to the try line. We lacked a bit of continuity in what we're doing. Chopping and changing there in the half. That second half didn't help our situation. Thought our back five were really strong out of our own end. Rob Darby, who's like a kid from Cairns here, was really strong in that right wing. Getting Shimasaki in the centres was really strong too. So, disappointing in some ways. We're just glad to get through without any injuries.
Big James Samo, good to see him back in the Cowboys. It adds a lot of experience. What did you make of his performance back at the Cowboys?
Yeah, I thought he was our best middle. He looked freshest and got through the most work. Wouldn't expect anything less. He's a real professional. Thought he led our boys well through the week. And he needed to get some minutes under his belt leading next week's trial.
Flew under the radar last year. Is that going to be the challenge coming into the 2023 season for the Cowboys?
We know we're good enough. Our challenge is making sure that we get our game right every week. We know teams are going to be well prepared for us, but we've got plenty of talent. We just need to get our job done.
Thanks for your time, Todd.
Okay, there it is, game on for the Cowboys in season 2023. Now coming up, all the highlights from the Sunshine Coast, the Broncos well in control. But tomorrow, the Eagles and the Chiefs play in the Super Bowl. Go and catch all that action on ESPN.
The person was on the face, the Cowboys.
The Skoda SUV range is a walk. And it now comes with a 7-year warranty.
Group betting used to be hard work. Finding mates was a bit like and opening up the door. Please. But thanks to Bet with Mates from Sportsbet, group betting is simple. Just start a group, set an equal buy-in, share the link, and you're away. And you can pull out. The balance is shared equally. It's that easy. Sportsbet's Bet with Mates. Start a group today.
You know the score. Stay in control. Gamble responsibly.
What time did you go up to Gold Coast? What time did you go up to Gold Coast? Huh? Well, you know what time you got to Gold Coast?
Want to get closer to the magic of the FIFA Women's World Cup? Grab your chance to win a silver vial. Buy and scan specially marked Coca-Cola products to win match tickets or Coca-Cola merchandise instantly every day.
Win an unbeatable sporting experience with Shell. 5 incredible events. 20 grand in travel and $1,000 of free fuel. All to share with 3 friends. Visit the website now.
Bitch, where's your remote? Turn the TV down. Go way too left, hang on.
I'm not
Where the fuck is my chair? It's supposed to be picked on the fucking table.
Not to, you're a fucking idiot, Joe.
Those dummies.
Yeah, what? You got, why they got fucking, you're a dickhead. That dude text me.
Oh, fucking nervous.
Yeah, mate, you guys got him. So where can I get him? Whenever you see him, I'm gonna got him. I got him. I've already got him. The rain. I come home, he texted me so I was pulling up the driveway. So I said, Susan, fuck it. So I said to him, I can be there by 7. We got like 6 seconds for each one. Back out. Took Susan's car, so it's 18 points even. Back and got up there, he goes, I told him, he goes, mate, I said, you were the only one, you and one other fellow, the only ones who got them advertised, no one else has got it. He goes, yeah, he goes, he trains this, he went to 9-inch. He goes, but he had to train everything.
And the last 3 minutes, Dolphins scored.
They're complete, they're still all in the hubs, it's a 5-hole one. Yeah. Because they're all complete, like you can come bolt it and just put it straight on. Yeah. Because, yeah. Yeah, that's it. So all the work's done, you just want to put it on.
Burst out of the blocks. Chris Walsh riding this up from the get-go.
4 minutes into the game, just went through the
They're not a chunky, but there's about half of what it should be, so it's pretty good.
Comes up trumps with the try. Well, I think you're playing kind of first grade this
year.
Yeah. And I think the 18-point difference between the two Corey's a fair engagement to different.
Oh, damn. Jesus. Oh, yeah.
Broncos up there from Tristan Saylor. Kick roll on the money for Pereira to score his second in the corner. Obviously with Jake Cameron had a nice little kick and was checking his run.
You can't fucking hear them in the yard break for you.
That's the Broncos just capitalise on the possession.
So we got there, put them in the car, got straight up.
Kevin Walters and the Broncos do.
You haven't paid for that.
23 season as a much.
So it's good. Had
a really good first half.
So much was made of
they're not all rusty and shit inside. It's like a greasy kind of thing inside.
To the sheds at halftime. He's not treating like this like a trial. That's the right attitude from such a young player like this.
Yeah, without doubt. I mean,
that's what it's on. I think it's great
for a couple of years. I mean, he spent a couple of years away playing for the Warriors. I had a lot to do with Reece, a coach, and the undergrades, and to see where he's at from a maturity point of view now. He's in completely
okay. So can't go to the top tomorrow. This one's good.
He is electric. No, yeah, you got Reece Walsh at the back.
That's all I need really is
real strike power. And his first real opportunity, he come out there, played a beautiful role that first half.
I've got to take my car in the morning. So now, whenever you're ready, this comes here.
That's a superb kick from the side.
Corey is a class kicker yourself. Did you know Reece had this sort of boot?
Oh, absolutely. As a left footer, he's strong.
Yeah, no, it's in the driveway, yeah.
It's such an asset to have. He's a terrific young kid. He's got the world at his feet. And he's started his Broncos campaign off this 123 very nice.
Yeah,
Broncos very polished. They lead 24-6 over the Titans. Big second half coming up from the Sunshine Coast.
What are they going to me?
Oh, hell no, you get shit.
Well, you're not going to know. You are just
No!
Andrew, to make it work on his head,
no, Andrew tried that like many times just said, he tried joking. Oh, Jesus, what? He tried joking me in the cross.
Then get into your 40.
Yeah, like that's what he did.
And get into a skate quick. Let's stop. Ready to go.
I know I was going to have fucking.
I didn't think we were like
you get like fucking 3.
I went to this one. That, like, when the Moscow's actually made it really spicy.
They need to do reheat everything.
I'll hold on for 2 minutes.
Is that dog being outside yet?
Huh?
Straight back in. Somebody outside here, you can come outside.
I can't believe it. The Dolphins did not win their first game. Neither did the Cowboys.
The Dolphins didn't win, eh?
Neither did the Cowboys. Actually, basically, when they played each other, none of them won.
But Cowboys just scored the first goal. Dolphins scored the first try. Not try one. And then the Cowboys went down for 3 tries. And then the Dolphins scored a try just before last one. And then it was all the Dolphins in the second half. It was 22-18. The Cowboys scored on the wing. And the Cowboys only have one job to time. The Cowboys only have one job.
No, she was freaking on the fucking.
Yeah, Big Rock. Yeah, they're on here. Okay, okay. Yes, so the Cowboys have one chance to win it, and all their goalkeepers basically went off the field, and no one knew how to kick a goal. And when one person stepped up, it's down aim for the post.
Podcasts, where award-winning investigative journalists break the biggest cases and take you on an audio tour of the most complex minds. Crime X Plus. Subscribe today.
Well, you know, the Broncos try to throw your black passes. Isn't you guys to get to the Broncos? You guys want nothing.
Actually, we spent the whole way.
Huh?
We got chased by the cops.
No, you didn't.
We did, that's why we're quicker.
No, you didn't.
We did.
No, you didn't.
We did.
No, you didn't.
We did.
What the best shot comes the last
They said,
4
"Look,
minutes.
it's a
Very good.
Entertaining weekend. Week 1.
What you said I'm going to do is something so last.
That's what we're driving up. I said, no, no, we just
Over the Titans, Gary Group campaign.
What? So I'm going to go jail.
That's what we
This game, so
There's a knock on the door now. You know what they want.
tries to one.
Is that where I was footy?
It's not me, it's you.
Is that where I was footy?
The Broncos.
No.
Tristan Saylor.
I'll take
Exciting stuff from Nick the last
I'll take it. Listen.
Just tell you what, Cooper Croft, I'd love to get excited
I'll take
about
what they've done with the shit. So
The first 20 minutes, excuse me, was great.
I'll take it over.
The goal line for the first 15, 20 minutes, and they hit this and scoring 3 unanswered tries.
The backs of the sides of the Cameron's on the 23, and one of them gone in top of level.
Titans still the same as last year.
The Titans have got 25 players ready to play. So that's Tyson Smith in the 19. Sakura getting it on.
Jesus, the Broncos Titans in the
Passes to return. You heard very
and it's still the same up last year.
spoken many times, you Cup veteran, but not out of place here. Last tackle, Walsh. Got a big boot on it. Back to 40-20. That's got to be a 40-20. It's very close. It is.
Oh, Broncos split it totally.
Very casual, obviously not aware. And Bruce Walsh's night just gets better.
Well, the Titans did this in the first half where they got a repeat set and just didn't react to the short dropout. And Fafita again. First minute, second half, game awareness, not aware that Walsh was in his, inside his 40, and here come the Broncos.
Pretty efficient on the attack, Brisbane in the first half. That's Brendan Piakura in jersey number 23. Stimson, the man who brings him down. Pass from Davis Flowers, but not down and not forward.
Unfortunately, the Dolphins pitch wasn't good.
The stay of proceedings, the Titans, but it won't be Brisbane ball.
This would be the ideal scenario for the Brisbane Broncos, practicing all pre-season their scrum plays. And this is Reece Walsh. There's a man on the left-hand side.
Oh, that was
Who else will pass?
yeah. Those are news.
try assist just before the break. Excellent pass. So inside the 10, the Broncos. The third dummy half is tonight. Onto the bobbling man, Bruce. Great kicker. That is great.
Oh, go to Broncos.
Back now for Man. 6 more tackles. Man, one puts it on the first. Dropped down by McIntyre. Desperate tackle. As now Jensen tries to go one out. So it's been all Brisbane to start the second half. They look to expand their lead. Walsh, that's audacious. He'd lock that one over. Tackle number 2. It's a 20-metre tap and a 7 tackle set for the Gold Coast.
No, another play there for Rhys Walsh. A repeat set tackle too, as you call it there.
And, I can't believe it.
This is what maturity should do. You should be able to just run the ball back to someone in the middle of the field and reset both sides. But Rhys Walsh still gets the score for that play and come up with a big one. He's had a hot hand in the first half, but it wasn't a play.
No, Mum, that's a keep on. It's a keep on. So this is
Really got away from it late in that first half.
I thought maybe you wanted to do that.
McIntyre, more comfortable in this role. Back row. Taking a role of injured.
It's been got coming in and out of the house today.
Puts his hand through here. That is Keanu King. Sharp. Barron to the tackle. Campbell a dummy half. Tom Leave in the 18. Tanner Boyd putting in the kick. The chase from Fafita. Just curtailed by Man.
Yeah, good play from the Titans down the middle.
The Titans did this last year.
17 Kakura caught a marker. It's nice.
They won the 10 game. They lost 10 in a row. Beginning like for the end of the last season, and the other games they won at the end of the season was against the Seagulls and Warriors.
Another style of kick in from Walsh. We've seen the short one, we've seen the conventional one, and what would you call that one? But not distance. It's taken eventually by Joel who marches into the 40. Sikke Headley is number 23, the dummy half roll.
I'll try and find some stuff in foods, but there's been nothing to it. I don't need to like really
There's some stats. First 20 minutes it was all Titans, all this possession-wise and attack-wise, but since then, it's been the Broncos that have dominated. They've cashed in.
No, they look like disgusting. They look all dry now. This morning they were better, but they don't really there. I didn't want to put them on just to take the double ones.
One tackle left here. This is where they're down for, really. What to do on the play. Boyd going for a contest. And up they go. And down it comes for the Broncos. A little impotent from the Titans on the last tackle.
One of the Dolphins players get their first ever Simbin.
The two-time try scorer. Herrera carries it forward.
Oh, Mum, do you see the new Broncos jersey? That's the new Broncos jersey.
He can kick a 40 and tonight,
Oh, it's the first one called me up, brother.
and then
Second one just because I can eat it.
drinks front, so they bought it this little device. I thought it was a Nokia 20, so these doctors they're all sitting around.
Aye.
I thought it was the first one of the phones.
But the first one called me up, the second one's just because I can eat it.
That takes the humidity.
Stop eating fat fuck, Steve. Look at you.
This is the first thing I've had to eat today. What about you?
Nothing. Besides a few of Mum lollies in the fridge. I feel like the munchies.
It's the light that eats at, you're right.
There's like nothing to eat.
That little ball, that's like
Noodles, or baked beans, spaghetti,
No.
tuna sausage rolls, pies maybe?
No. I had the last sausage roll.
your sequels can even do an Excel spreadsheet. So, well, hey, trust in the science.
Can we get the fried food?
Gordy, we
I
had
can cook some deep fried food.
We don't want deep fried food.
I haven't had it for ages.
You want lose weight.
Where have you had for ages?
Deep fried food.
get the extra tackle.
Eating a lot of that's not very good for you.
Mum, these two teams played in pre-season round 1 last year. It ended in the 26th draw.
Now, a claim that Tremaine Spry was held back, and they get that call.
Can't go, mate.
So they get something out of all of that. Good to see Tremaine Spry back. He was involved in a horrific incident about a year ago. Had a brain bleed and
Have a chip sandwich or something.
slowly has come back.
There's no chips.
I can eat your chips. Well, he wants heaps of chips.
Now wearing a Titan jersey again, which is good to see.
Really?
So
And
Titans.
then the girls ate the other packet Doritos.
Which I wanted. And Paige had the lollies. I don't know what Paige and I wanted chips for with there. The lollies. I don't eat lollies. I don't eat chips.
In fact, that's his 12th run. He's got well over 100 metres. So maybe on the edge of that 17, you think that good performance from him with that. Oh, what a spin move that was from Kinney as it comes out to Weaver. Slowed service, but eventually gets to Campbell.
Mum, I feel like there's gonna be a comeback.
Oh, let's see more of this game.
Titans is like one team that always have a comeback against the Broncos.
Yeah, Jolliffe, another strong run from Jolliffe.
Here we go.
And 6 more tackles. Vakasika Hele gets over. And the Titans get their second.
This will be interesting here. We'll see the replay.
Bella's going to go on a plane.
They should not.
Yes.
When?
Sorry, you.
When?
And Paige.
When?
And Mum and me.
When?
And maybe
This is the lead
Caroline.
up.
When?
When we go to Tassie.
You called it. Footwork from Kids.
Me and Mum talking about it on the way home, and we decided
Get
that
the ball alive.
everyone's flying down apart from me and
Step
Mum.
back up here.
We'll all fly down first.
Swaps down on the ground.
Nevies and Tassie will find Carol, if she
He's
agrees
got
with
some
it.
type of injury there.
And then we're going to go fly back and find Clyde, and then we're going to quickly drive back.
I hope he's not injured for his own welfare, but
That way, you get to play your PlayStation within a few hours after leaving the house.
on the sideline, I like Gordon Dallas.
Well, I can't really play on PS5 till you guys get to
Yeah,
tell
but you
me.
got your PS4.
Nothing's really on my PS4 no more.
What?
All my stuff is on my PS5.
You got story mode shit there, don't
Get
you?
up and defend your line, particularly that close, because the hole that he left,
Yeah, but the games aren't installed.
he's just gone straight through and scored.
I'll take the PS5, fuck it.
Take both of them.
No, you can only take one, it's too much weight.
Oh.
Close on carry on day.
Across the 10-minute mark of this second half, there's Justin Holbrook.
I suppose he can take that as carry on.
Year for Justin Holbrook. Titans last year, just the 6 victories. So
And plus the
So
40
he's not going to have a TV when he gets there.
finished the year well, actually.
and the 40 will most likely
Wins nonetheless.
the 40 will most likely Dad. Mum, the 40 will most likely be over by the time we get to Thursday.
A couple of years ago. Perfect. Mr. Cow back in the game. Isaac Bakasuma Alawi, Tino says, has always been better than.
Mum,
That's a big statement.
there's a new captain on the Broncos team tonight. Since they're resting, since they're not letting any more Broncos players play till next week.
He's his own man, but he's a very raw talent that loves carpet ball.
He's a big fella. Running it into Piakura and also to Power. There's a little spin move. This time was some sun on the Campbell. Still the last here. This could go haywire in a hurry. Fafita backing back. Ignores Spry. Oh, yes, there's a miracle offload. Now Boyd. Oh, come on, you're a party pooper, Darian Furner. Probably correct with the forward pass, but we wanted to see how that would unfold. It is 100 grand on the line, and I believe there is some betting on this game available. So they do have to get these things right. We can't treat it like a plaything. I guess we'll have, what, 9 teams that can win the thing next week.
Come on, mate, you want to get yourself a Broncos jersey?
Once we get closer to the end of next weekend, the 100,000.
It'll be good, Mum, because you'll most likely get that one. You'll most likely get that Broncos jersey.
Boy Punk's back in the game. On a brief stay early. Second half. Rushing to the right side.
You get him! You get him!
This is play unfolds. Herrera.
Really? We can't sell.
I'm so happy there's no hard work tomorrow. It's just unbolt the 4 bolts, pulled it off, put the 4 bolts on, fucking done.
Dad, do you go for the Broncos?
No, you want to punch in the face?
Do you go for Broncos?
You want to punch in the face, Joe?
No, do you go for Warriors? Huh?
Copped another knock here. Just gets a bit too kick happy when the play breaks down and starts to skip across the field. Second time he's done in the second half. He had some chasing this time, which was good way. Tom's defence was action.
Dad, who are you going for, Dad?
Joe, you know I'm not going for anybody.
Just look.
I don't like either of them.
Don't unlock the Titans.
I don't care.
You would think you would come to an end soon anyway, wouldn't you, Coop?
Don't just get him off and put him in cop ball, because when he was down before, I saw the Broncos
Oh,
trainers get up.
that'd be bad.
And they yelled out, he didn't want to come off, and then Pakes went on and they made a result.
Ow! Ow!
Get a shot at the back.
Get over there! You sucker bitch! No! 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 No!
Ah, that's not.
She's standing on my foot.
Alright, stop it. She's stupid. Ah! Stop it.
What's she like at me?
What?
Shut up.
Joe.
One of the performances of the weekend.
Ow.
Without question. Out of this, 26 minutes to go, with the 2 converted tries down.
No.
Joe, shush.
Your SS8, aren't you, Joe?
Yes, SS8.
Out to Boyd, having a little dart. Another game for him.
Mate, you brought an SS8.
Spots the finger on the short side and gives it to him quickly.
They're making sure you know how to spell it.
Carries it to the 10. McIntyre on the angle. Weaver back in field for Kitty. And this time they're all over him, but illegally so. Geelong Awful is the man who is deemed to have gone high.
Seems like fun from King in this second half, and the fact that he's playing fullback, former Australian schoolboy fullback, he's moved Jaden Campbell out to left centre. So maybe they see a bit of a prospect of bright future. Obviously, AJ Brimson's there as well, but Jaden Campbell's playing out left centre, and they're giving this young kid a go at fullback.
That is direct contact. for reporting in the video.
Wow, okay. One more Althorpe is the next 10. We've seen over the weekend that forceful enough. Oh yeah, that's straight across the chops. The Titans here, what can they do with this? And the McIntyre. Down around the ankles by Beard Cora. Sailor there to help. Taylor, 6 more tackle from that expensive. Early in the count anyway. Kenny, early ball through the hands of James Johnson for the Broncos. His eyes lit up but couldn't hang on.
This is where fullbacks earn their key. When they play down, Tristan Sailors come on to replace Reece Walsh. You just watch Tristan Sailor in the background defend this fullback. He'll be marshalling the troop, trying to get the numbers right. So the Titans up to them to play a game of chess here. Move the ball around a little bit, see if they can smart. Tristan Sailor's going to be counting the defence.
You want to go back and play again?
Practice in this scenario.
Well, you can see the way that the game has changed with sin being at head-high contact. Teams train like this, they strategise around situations like this all the time. So this should be something they just fall back in autopilot. They know the system. This first week of pre-season.
So there's the play. Score quickly in this.
Hurry up, inside.
We have ourselves a contest, it seems. Didn't need to.
You just wanted your ball. Quick.
There it is.
Yeah.
Thomas Weaver goes to the line. That's Kenny at the back. It's a bit of a decoy deception. Throws the ball over. That's nice work from Weaver. Knew the other numbers, did overplay his hand. Went in and faked like he was going to play.
You shouldn't turn it on the ball. No, Thomas. Well, I do turn it on, it doesn't work.
Also, like Kenny,
Well, that man put water in it. I said, did you fill it up? Yeah, did you turn it on the wall? Yeah, you didn't do any of them. You fucking lazy shit.
You
lazy shit.
The man whipped it. No, you think everyone's going to do it for you, mate. You need to do this shit yourself.
That's the try scoring record. He has been clocked at 36.5 kilometres an hour.
He's top try scorer for the last year. As we've noted, Thomas Weaver looks like tremendous shot. Summed it up perfectly. Kenny on the button.
Push the start back.
Lots of time on the court. We've got ourselves a contest.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a contest. What is it? About another 7 minutes to go. The Broncos are still down and the Titans, you know, all they needed was a little bit of game management. 10 up wide. I just like the way he's starting to run the football, and that's what they.
Well, we have a game on now.
6 and 1 and 9, especially when the game's getting a bit tight. I think the lungs would be starting to scream out of that now.
Yep. And that she wants this one. I need to have a smell at first. Look. Oh, fucking feed me. Feed me. Feed me.
Mom. Titans need. Mom, Titans need one with try.
What? Oh, shit. That was accident, don't blame me. He took the nut.
Titans need one try to hit, there's no question. The Titans. Only half for Clark. They've got 60 minutes and 4 plays.
Like that.
McIntyre.
Go, Broncos. It's good to see you eating shit for a change.
And the offload to Bird. Oh, Kieran Cutie.
This is a rip-off.
It looks like real meat. Right near the towel.
Oh, you're kidding.
There you go, Coach.
They're going to check it.
Try area. Looks like it's
This is big guy.
Titans contest is onside.
If the Titans score this, then they go back to back.
Ball into
Oh.
Can't squeeze him in the goal.
Just looking to see where he places the ball down.
I think that's a no try. No.
And the ball is going on the jet
Huge success there. They just
He got close
down
there.
the field. A couple of young guns get some.
And it looked like we lost a
into
bit.
the backfield. And
The
second half
Titans still hold on.
minutes old, and the Broncos have only had 6 sets at 6. The Titans 13. Avalanche in possession. Hence the scoreboard a little closer in the second half, but they're just dominant field position at the moment for the Gold Coast Titans. The Broncos are on the back foot, you have to roll the sleeves up, get out of here quickly.
Brisbane started the first few minutes good for them in the second half, but all the Titans ever since.
Well, it was kind of like this last year in pre-season 1. But in pre-season 1, it ended in a 26 all draw.
Here's a sharp run from Pikes. Joel for the tackle. No markers. Ahern delivering here for Jensen. Brisbane
My
don't get a
teams really
second
need
tackle
to.
set here.
It doesn't matter who wins, but both teams are playing for 100 grand.
Powerful run inside the 10. Takes the grubber. Played at it would seem. Almost a spectacular hiccup there by Jaden Campbell, but it will come back to the Broncos.
Like what Corey Blakes did that set, he was just dictating terms, telling his forwards on the field, and they marched down the field. He was just crafted at dummy half. He'd like to have that kick over again, but Corey Blakes just really controlled that set. They marched down the field, as I said. Now the Broncos, who said were under pressure, now have a good chance here to dominate field position for the next couple of minutes if they can either score or get a good repeat on the back of an attacking set.
Should we read much into the fact he was named as the 9 tonight? It is week 1 of the trials. Billy Walters coming off the bench. That's not the way they did it last year. And Brisbane now working out here to Ethan Quay Ward. Still a man down, of course. March out here for Brendan Fry. Pointing left, 91 fast.
Wait, do I need to put this in now with the movement or?
Millimeters away. This time he puts it down. That ends that opportunity.
Commentator's curse. I said he was crafting the set before and then he just completely overplayed his hand. Team himself inside out. Went to the left, went to the right. That's where the pressure came from the Titans. So well done to the Titans to defend that set, but get back to your point about the dummy half, tandem act. Look, when you don't have an out start that's going to hold down the fort for long periods of time, I don't mind that they've got the tandem act and who's in front is an indication. I think throughout the year, whoever's consistent in those roles, whether starting or coming off the bench for impact, that's Kenny's strength right there. So leave it up to the coach to decide, but I think it'll be Walters to start, Hanks to come on.
Okay. They play the Cowboys next week, might get a bit of indication. That is a Saturday night game here on Fox League. Gold Coast play the Dolphins. Sunday night, there's Kevy. Almost through. It's almost a matter of time, it seems. Weaver, the kick in. Buchanan Pereira. Oh, those two. What a dynamic duo on this stage. And it's a Broncos hand. It's a dropout.
Well, you can't coach speed there. They just keep on putting the ball in a, just in a little bit of open space, and his speed and his willingness to chase.
Your friend, where's your friend?
He just doesn't give up here. He just goes again and he gets a hand on it. But I think he's knocked it on, hasn't he?
And it eventually does come to the 20. That's the bunker getting involved. And bunker in full operation. over this pre-season challenge. 2 minutes to get through here, the Broncos, so you would think just the one set. Possibly one try. Maintain this lead. This is Jensen. Good play to the pace. Josh Rogers into it again. He's got them retreating to the 10. The tackles left here. Looking leaders in this set to this point. Sailor to Gura. Step the right side here. Is that where pace is going to hit? Supple. Here, Gura. No. Scramble there. Jacob Arlett, the Papua New Guinea international, comes up with the most important tackle.
Oh, very short left side defensively for the Titans. They raced up, and I thought Ahern played a nice ball to Curry to put it through, but desperation defence, big hit there.
This is Jojo Vito. Jojo over the off-season was good first in his runs. The defence, as he comes through from the back. Boy, the wind seems to have died down. Confident catch from Sailor and offside the Titans.
They just haven't nailed the kick game in the second half of the Titans. Obviously the wind's playing a bit of havoc trying to get that distance, but sometimes when you get those positions, you got to kick for distance and field position as opposed to attacking types of kicks. So it's tough for the wind. It's blowing your face to get that right, but the Titans just missed the mark in the second half.
So 13 on 13. Good for into the first half. And he's come back on. Shalom all forward. Puts the ball down. This is Ryan Fawn, no relation to Kieran in the 25. Keanu Kinney again. Live wire. These games over the weekend, Cooper, have really dropped off in the last 20-30 minutes. Understandably, fatigue, lack of experience. But this one looks like we can't go the distance. Sika Elliott there playing it as it comes across Joe Vuna. Now Pereira, this time too much work to do. Happy to take the tackle from Jordan Pereira. Pahulu, Josiah Pahulu. Good gets it on the last. A familiar play here. Spry caught it. They let him catch it. The rebound for Spry. Return the kick in field and comes away harmlessly for the Broncos.
He had that boy to wrap the first half for his kicking, particularly his attack kicks the wing, but in the second half, he just missed the one into the wind. Puts a little bit of pressure, dies off. You don't put the winger on the try line to give yourself the best chance, but geez, you got to give a rap to young Kinney in the second half. He's had 7 runs for over 100 metres, and he is taking tough runs. He's taking support carries. He's out the back. So he looks like he's got a bit of a motor. Could be a bit of a prospect for the Titans.
Hey, Coop,
some talent there.
Sorry, Coop. What sort of kick do you look for in a strong headwind?
Hang on, this almost 40-20. I think that was Sailor kicking it out of dummy half. What a kick nonetheless.
Yeah, you got to focus on the technique, Gordon, because there's no doubt that once you start getting that wind in your face, you feel like you're going to fall back, and when you start falling back, you start getting the left, hitting the right, so he needs to follow through a little bit, but the wind is obviously players have it, but you've got to get some reps in before the game to feel the conditions. Yeah.
Minutes to go. Brisbane haven't taken the Titans off here. Back inside Brisbane territory. Boyd, and there's numbers here. It comes out now to Fafita. Jojo, the kick to be. Sailor started for the field of play. That's fine anyway. They don't get the 7th tackle, but they start on the 20 with Sailor to play it. So Jojo Fafita. Not quite getting that one pinpoint. Jordan Pereira. Client Ward. Wagga Ethan.
This game is on the Sunshine Coast tonight. And next week as well.
So Billy Walters back in the game. Logan Bayless Brown.
I'm going to show off this game.
Here's a kick, which almost, it does get a knock on, in fact, from Pereira. So good pressure from Pereira, Jordan. And now Brisbane. A chance to reassert their dominance on the scoreboard.
Good kick. Put the winger under pressure in a defensive position. Jordan Pereira had to jump at it, hence the drop ball. 24-18, less than 10 minutes to go. Big set of 6 here for the Brisbane Broncos.
Set of what, Coop?
That's almost the first game of the year, Dan.
It's a trial. As it comes out now. Makes you laugh, Gordy. 10-metre line, Brisbane now. Play on there. Johnson playing it. Jensen. Oh, sensational! Josiah Pahulu. Well, wherewithal to even try that and then to pull it off with that kick off the rebound, off his arm. Vuna there, carrying it backwards. So Josiah Pahulu, another one they've got really keen eye on because they've signed him till 2025, the Titans. A man in 22 that just came up with that big play. Titans, next week, as I said, they play the Dolphins. They open their season against the West Tigers on a Sunday night. It's a few weeks away, but Sunday night at Leichhardt. Sailor brings it back. Pereira. Geez, being the workhorse, Jordan Pereira. It's a good couple of couple of games to open. West Tigers away. That's a game both sides will see as winnable as the Broncos make an error here, and then the Dragons away. So that's not the worst draw for the Titans. Broncos, Penrith and Penrith. We might as well get that over and done with. There's the Titans, just looking at that again. Then it gets a bit tougher with Melbourne and Cowboys and the bye. Yes, the bye. 3 for each this year. There's the Broncos. Penrith at Penrith. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, last year they gave Penrith one of their tougher tests down there. Now, got away from it in the end, but that was very encouraging. And then Melbourne.
The Dolphins in round 4.
Yeah, that should be house full there. Yeah, so the first 2 are pretty brutal for the Broncos, but then it opens up for them. At least that's how it shapes, but of course you make these assumptions on what these teams did last year. Well, the Titans here, chance to tie this game up. Oh, that's poor. Minutes play on. Boulevard. Now it goes through the hands here. That was Purcell getting it on.
Oh! Oh!
Not sure. Not sure.
I don't know if he got it down there. I think he's over the sideline, but he's thrown over the great hands.
It was all class that from the Titans. So try for now, but of course it does go down to the bunker.
I'm back in my man Gordon Tallis down this one, right? Nice work on the inside there from Bevo. He's had some nice touches. Got the ball out to the side, and has he got there?
Oh, hang on.
Gordon.
Who are we the deaf wingers? No way. No way!
Oh, he's strong.
Well, yes, probably. Did the hard stuff. Just keeping it in. For all the opinion, he's planted it on the touch and goal line, but
Control with his ball runs there. Better than the first half.
you can't give this hit. As admirable as that effort is, you can't give this.
Honestly, I guess the one holidays.
Just give himself a little kiss on camera there.
Shorts down there.
Just waiting here. You could talk to the Titans for the technology game there. Well, I have to go with the original decision, but
Well, Dan, Ryan coming to the Titans Centre sitting in front of me said he just blew the kiss to his missus. The boys are in the
that's
This one's going to be chalked off.
Just checking to see whether their possession's maintained. We've cleared all aspects of play leading up to this.
It's an admirable miss. Well, expected to be confirmed as such. I believe the score 24-18. Just the fact they've gone to different angles.
Based on the on-field decision, the hand stays on the ball.
Oh, wow. This is a new era.
In no way another game would end at all.
Well, 24-22, high drama. First half, that may be, you can't say a wake up.
Everyone saw the Gold Coast Titans lost the ball and somehow they were supporting the on-field decision. They had remained retained in the ball. I want they will go for field goal.
Tanner Boyd has the responsibility here with 4 minutes, a little bit left to go.
I can't believe Broncos haven't fucking scored this hard. Fuck's sake. They always fucking...
Just get that
Huh?
blocked away there.
No, it's because their main players aren't there, that's why. Oh, what a kick! I want they will go for field goal or unless it ends in a draw.
Right now it's tied up with 4 minutes 37 seconds left.
Mum, what's Mum? He lost his dad, doesn't he?
Okay, that's a good angle. That's a good angle.
And Mum, when he saw the replay, Mum, he knew he lost it, but then he laughed a bit. And then he laughed at the referee.
teams in the competition. It's going to be a great year up here.
That was a knock-on. Fuck's sake. Yeah, that's exactly what happened with the Dolphins.
So in terms of the fight back from the Titans, it's obviously very...
It's gonna be hard for them. If they do want to go for field goal, it's gonna be very hard. Yeah. Since they have a good player who can take a field goal, but he has left the field.
4 minutes to go, it's 24 all. So they've done a tremendous job. They've got a lot of possession, 63% possession in the second half. So they've had the run.
I'll be honest, since it's a knock on in goal line, it's a longer dropout.
2 years to foul. Again, good practice for these teams, defending and attacking in these situations. situations. Logan Baylor's brow.
Oh, Broncos, you need to get over. 3.5 minutes to go.
You heard.
I'm feeling they will most likely get someone up for a field goal position. Like, they're not playing for points. They're playing for. He had to take the tackle. The Titans would have got a penalty if they didn't. Oh, is this it?
Now a third at the last moment thinks about it, but he's too shallow.
Oh, they can't even take it. Oh no. They couldn't take it, Mum.
I thought they were in that awkward position. They knew they should get a field goal, but it's a trial game. They didn't know if they should have had a respect, and the herd got really low. He organised that all that well, but I'm okay with that. That goes for field goal in a pre-season game.
Oh, there's 100k on the line, Cooper. Mate, Bellamy would have said, Cooper, kick the ball.
Mum, if it ends in the draw, they both get a point.
Yes, Craig, they'll kick it.
Let's see if the Titans have the same attitude.
Oh, this might have to be the play. This might have to be the play.
30 metres out. This is it, though.
No.
Jalen DeGroot, the number 20.
They'll just take the kick.
Contest. Great catch. Ethan by Ward, who received a fair bit of it in the second half. So maybe we're destined here for our second straight draw.
This is exactly what happened last year.
So 24-6 at half time. It has been impressive for the Titans. Walters.
They surely would have to get in position.
Penalty be interesting.
This will might have to be the play.
He almost lost it into a tight net of all that. He just plays it out. Short side.
And it ends in the draw.
Got the Joey.
Didn't have Darren Alvarez inside.
And it will end in the second draw.
Entertaining trial game.
We know they could take a 2-point field goal. But it's very hard though.
Tony Francis, so we've used them all now. Actually, so it's obvious. Eventually we get all 26 on the field at some point. The Broncos use all 22 of their players as well. This could be interesting. Can't be held on. It's difficult therefore. Ethan Quayle. Isn't it? But he's not worried about a gentleman's agreement. They want one more play. Oh, come on. Darren, let them have one last crack before Mum calls them in for dinner. So that's it. That's probably the right result. 24 points apiece. The Broncos and the Gold Coast. Hope you enjoyed the pre-season challenge. Week number 1 here on Fox. Stick around, but we'll be back next week with 9 more games.
Can't believe they ended in the draw.
You've got to learn to change the channel on TV so Joe come back. You never do.
Okay, I'm yeah.
Put the TV back. Another press the sauce button.
Can't believe
the
second draw.
And then let the girl out, please.
Oh, it needs to be TV, not HDMI 1.
No, it has to be HDMI 1, idiot.
It says TV.
HDMI 1! Fuck's sake, Joe, we don't have TV.
Look, it's not working.
Because you're on TV.
I'm not. I'm on HDMI 1. Yeah, we definitely do.
No, you don't. Fuck's sake. They actually my mum. Fucking hell.
You know what we're talking about here?
Yes, I do.
Well, if that's the case, that should be off now.
What's the other fucking remote?